Hey y'all, this is Sammy, and today I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about an aspect of brass playing that we might not often think about, which is the muscle groups that we use to play our instrument and how we're engaging them. One easy way to avoid a performance injury like this is by stretching the muscles that we use every day, before and after you practice. So let's begin by talking about a lot of tiny muscles that we use every day, which is our face and all the muscles that we use to create our embouchure. So I think it's very helpful to stretch these muscles as to help break down and not build up the lactic acid in our face, which will help with recovery and ultimately strength. A couple of easy ways to stretch your face would be simply just opening up your mouth really wide and then bringing your hands on your cheeks down towards the center like this. Looks kind of funny, but it really does help. Some other things, just moving your lips from side to side, scraping your lips across your teeth. I even like just massaging my lips, moving them around, and breaking up the lactic acid in there. Some other muscles that we might use a lot and might not think about are things like our wrists, our neck, our back, and our hamstrings. So these are a lot of things that we use to play our instrument and maybe just to sit or stand while we play our instrument. But since we do that so much and it's a part of our performance, they might get a lot of overuse and have unnecessary tension built up in them. So I'm going to show you a couple little stretching ideas that might help your performance improve and your practice sessions improve. For your wrists, some simple things could be place your wrist out in front of you and then gently press back on your fingers, and you'll get a stretch right on top of your wrist. On the opposite end, you can put your palm down in front of you and gently press back on your hand to get a stretch on top of your wrist. Another idea would just to be put your hands together, elbows together, and move your wrists back and forth to get the muscle moving and break down the lactic acid just like we did in our face. Because often our wrists are so stiff if we're playing a bell fret instrument, they just stay still. Larger brass instruments, they're heavier, and that puts a lot of strain on such a small part of our body with small muscles. So getting those muscles moving at the end of your practice session can help with recovery for the next day. For your neck, it's also something that stays so still while we practice. Just like our wrists are holding our instrument, our neck is staying still, and we might be causing a lot of tension as we're breathing and playing in our neck. So a couple good stretches for that are to just do some neck rolls side to side. Make sure not to go all the way back because that's going to be causing some tension on the back of your neck. But just getting it moving side to side. You might also want to take your head to your shoulder, place your hand on top of the side of your head, and just let the weight of your hand stretch out the side of your neck. For your back, I think it's also important to just get it moving at the end of the day. So just like we moved our wrists and we got our neck moving, I think it's important to get the back moving. So I like going from side to side, just letting the weight of your arms stretch out the back. Last stretch that I think is important as brass players for our back and for our hamstrings is as simple as a forward fold. So bending at the waist and letting the weight of your body go towards the ground to open up the hips, the hamstrings, and open up your vertebrae in the back. So all the things we talked about today, all the little ideas for stretching for our face and our neck and our wrists, our back and our hamstrings are a starting place to put together a quick little stretch routine that you do at the beginning and end of your day as a brass player. Because our bodies are just as important as the music we make. We have to take care of them just like we take care of our instruments because they are part of our instrument. It's how we make music. So I hope you've learned something new about your body as a brass player that you can add into your daily routine before and after you perform or practice.